I hate myself. And you're probably wondering why I hate myself. Well, there's multiple reasons, but today's topic is because I recorded a video right now. Speaking about topic, about how we don't know how much time we have left. I was speaking for 15 minutes, and when I decided to watch it back, see if anything was wrong with it, my microphone was not working. It wasn't on, basically. So that's fun. That's really fun. I kind of forgot everything I just spoke about right now, but I'm gonna try to recalibrate what I just spoke about. The topic that I wanted to, well, I say wanted to. I basically did. The topic that I was trying to say is we don't know how much time we have left, bro. We honestly don't. I was saying about how I could be dead tomorrow because back in college, right? Back in college, I remember I was speaking with someone during maths, the teacher and this other girl, and then I was like, I could be dead tomorrow because there were like tons of stabbings going on in London. And she was saying like, oh, don't say that. I'm saying like, but it's true. Like, I literally don't know how much time I have left. And the basic premise I was trying to say is that because we don't know how much time we have left, I find it's important to make sure people know. I wanted to make sure that you let people know how you feel, whether that's like friends, colleagues, like lovers, whatever it is. Just let them know how you feel because we don't know how much time we have left, bro. We honestly don't. And I never want people to feel like they're like not wanted. Like the worst thing you can do is make someone feel like their presence isn't wanted and needed because I've done that personally and it's horrible. It's horrible, especially when you don't know as well and you're enjoying the other person's presence. It's horrible because it makes them feel like oh your time isn't appreciated and they don't feel like it's worth being around you, which isn't true. Which isn't true. And I wanna definitely apologize like the people I've hurt before, that I haven't made feel like they've been wanted around me. Because I don't know, like I feel like I've lost a lot of people during my life. And it's so weird because they're all still alive basically. And I miss being around them, but I don't know, I feel like I feel like every good thing I have in my life I end up ruining because of me. Which doesn't make much sense, but I feel like sometimes I'm cursed because of it. But I need to definitely work on like those things because if it comes to a point where it's like every single like person, then it's you definitely have to have a look at yourself as a person as well, as, like what you're doing wrong, and also maintain like healthy relationships, and that's still not just relationships, you know, just like friends, family, etc. I never want people who I want to be around make them feel like they're not wanted because they do. They do. I'm grateful to even like you know like hop on a party sometimes with like my friend or you know like when people ask if they want to see me stuff like that. Like that is amazing to me because I feel like I'm not that like I feel like I don't really deserve to be around people who care about me. Maybe that's weird, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's how I see things. And I feel like because I don't want to sound like I'm pedestalizing, which I'm not. I never pedestalize people. I feel like sometimes I'm not really wanted like around people. And I'm not really like needed, if that makes sense. That's what I want to feel. I want to feel like I'm wanted and needed, especially for places that I want to go. That's why I never. That's why I never like say like, oh, can I go to this thing if I know like people are organizing a party? Because that's embarrassing in itself. That's definitely embarrassing in itself, especially if people have been like organizing it. And like if you don't get invited, then like don't I don't ask. Like I don't ask if I can like come with or anything. what I miss is like, I don't know, like I, why I would say I'd want is be like, oh, this new movie's coming out, like it'll be cool to see with you because I want to see like the reaction to things and everything. And yeah, I have got that recently when I saw the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the second one. It was a fun experience. It was definitely a fun experience. But yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm not really wanted and needed, and maybe sometimes I'm like a hindrance sometimes. But apparently people love me. Well, I keep getting told at work, like, oh, they love you, they love you. I'm like, okay, sick. Yeah, sure they do, sure they do. I just, I don't know, maybe it's a me problem. If I could only get like one comment to be like, oh, you need to improve on this thing, then people will love you. Even here right now, the people here don't want me. Look at this guy's face. What's he doing? He ain't even looking at me. This guy don't care. This guy does not care. What's his name, Jeff? Jeff, bro, how about you fix my plumbing? What's this, Stephanie? Stephanie don't even look like she want to be there herself. See, she disappeared straight out of the scene, and we are zooming in on. Wait, no. Okay. Anyways, I think what I'm trying to say is, I make sure you tell people how you feel, because we don't know how long we are here for. Like I'm saying, I could die tomorrow, and if I can let people know how I feel, and like oh, I want to hang out with you more, like I want to, like, you know, like enjoy like our time together, be like, you know, like hang out, watch cool films, like, or play a game, or like go around your house or something like that. Because I don't know, it's especially these days, it's like people don't really share stuff like that anymore. I I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being stupid. But who knows, lad? Who knows? One thing that I always wish is that I always wish I knew who would turn up to my funeral and what they would say about me. Oh, Matt Mercer's gonna probably be at my funeral and be like, he died as he lived. Stupid. And I'll be like, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds definitely about right. Sounds about left. Like even being like invited to like Costco. I remember one of like my close friends that used to invite me to Costco. Maybe they haven't been in ages, that's why. But I'm not even. And what I'm trying to say is like it's nice to be like invited out to things because I feel like I've always tried to like do that, maintain them connections, and be like, oh, let's go out, do this, they'll do this. And I think that's why I stopped for a while. I think that's why I stopped because I was like, what's the point if I keep initiating it? I feel like people don't really want me around if I have to keep initiating it. And even communicating that, like that's what I'm saying. Even communicating that is healthy because it shows people your perspective and how you see things, and then they could be saying stuff like, "Oh no, I've just been busy with work recently," or "Oh, I've just had like a family member pass away." Like you never know what the other person is going through. Like genuinely, we don't. We always ask like, "How you doing?" And everyone says like, "Oh yeah, I'm good, I'm fine." Well, we don't know. Like we don't. Like it that's become a lie in itself because people lie every day. People lie every day. People lie every day. If you just follow someone being like, no, he don't lie, he definitely lies. He definitely lies. 100%. I've lied before. Like it's not normal, but it's been made to be normal, which I wish it wasn't because it is. It is normal. Because no one's really trying to hear about anybody else's problems. And that's why I'm saying it's important to tell people, like, if you love them, tell them, because if someone's struggling, they feel like they can go to you with their problems, you know what I mean? Especially if you give them their time and your patience. And not even just like about advice, but just to listen. That's what I feel like I would like. I'd like to feel heard and listened to because, like I said in the previous video, before I realized my mic wasn't flipping working, that's why I loved about my uncle because I felt like and I didn't want to have any disrespect with my parents, but I felt like they they were the first people who made me feel like I was I was even struggling to say it here. Like I was wanting I was wanting to be like be around, and I feel like my presence was wanted, you know what I mean? Because back in my house, I couldn't even like watch cartoons sometimes. Like it was rare to watch cartoons in my place. That's why I was waking up at like 4 a.m. in the morning just to like catch some cartoons. Because I couldn't watch them. I literally couldn't watch them, bro. Like it was just a thing. Like it was just a thing. And even then I would watch like maybe one or two. Like this was way before like I turned like I don't know 17 or something. Even then it was still like oh you can watch until like 1 p.m. Then the news is on, and then like I don't know maybe like two or three, and like that was it. But I felt like I could do my thing, and I felt like I had freedom when I was around their houses. And I felt wanted, you know. Like I would watch my shows, I would watch my favorite cartoons. I mean, and then I would like eat with them and speak with them, just be around them, really. And it was amazing. It was amazing. Those times were definitely some of the best times of my life, and I cannot regret anything. I think when my uncle first passed away, it definitely gave me clarity on what death actually was. Because I remember getting told when I was playing on Mario Bros on the DS, my mom pulled me into a room and she said about like how he's dead, and I had to take a minute. I was like, oh, like he's like people not coming back. Like when people die, they don't come back. Like he's gone forever. Like when I think about it, I will never get to see him again. He will never get to see like me as I am right now. I will never get to speak with him again as at my age. And that's crazy because I don't even know like sometimes I don't even recognize myself, and like it sucks because I think like oh would they recognize me? Like am I doing the right thing? What would they say about me? And it hurts, you know, it hurts because I feel like I could really use their guidance, especially when it comes to everything I mentioned in this video, because they stayed together for like for ages, forever basically. And I really wanted their advice and their key, you know, because they are honestly like top top five people I've ever met in my life. Top five, 100%. It just sucks because I miss them so much, and I always will. I'll always remember them. I'll never forget. I'll never forget. It was so impactful in my life because I felt for the first time when I was around the house, I was like, oh, like I can actually be myself and be, I don't want to say normal, but I can feel relaxed, you know, like de-stressed. And yeah, basically. I know my aunt though, she would always like hug me and say like, oh, like I'm a special little boy, or whatever, and be like, oh, you go bring your girlfriend around. Like, oh, I'm like, ah, stop it. Oh, I miss those times. I miss those times. She would always say about oh how she wants to see me on like the big screen, the TV, and it breaks my heart because I never got to fulfill any of those things for her, and I wish she could. I wish I would get advice from them on like what to do because I would 100% follow their advice. They're the only two people whose advice really matters to me. Wow, this video got deep. This video got deep. Oh, it sucks though because I'm pretty sure she had dementia at the end, and she was just lying there, just waiting to die. And during the end, I don't even think she remembered who I was because I remember the last time I came around before she died. She looked like I I don't want to say it because it just came into my head, but maybe it is true. It looked like she gave me a look as if like I've broken into her home, and she didn't recognize me, which sucks because like all of that stuff said about how like I don't even want to say it, but like yeah, I've already said it, but like yeah, all those compliments and everything, and yeah. It's just I wish I could I wish I let them know how I felt, and I still do because I I visited their grave before, and I want to visit it more next year because they honestly mean so much to me, and I'll always love them. I'll always love them so much, and they did so much for me, and I remember them so much. I remember them so much. It feels like such a if I don't- I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry. I'm close, but I ain't gonna cry. Yeah, I'm definitely not crying now. I feel like they were definitely something that made me who I was because sometimes if my aunt was clean, I would see like my uncle come up and like literally like force her off to so he'll like clean instead. And it's those like chivalrous like things which like I aspire to be. I definitely aspire to be a lot like him because obviously I was like I don't know like 7 or 8 or something, so I don't really understand their whole relationship, but based on what I've seen and what like they and what they said about each other too, like what they both said about each other, like when one of them like oh man, how do I even say it? Like when they weren't around each other, like when he died first, my aunt kept saying about like how much he loved me and like how she cannot wait to like see him in heaven again. It, it is she loved him so much. She loved him so much, and I know they went through so much together. I bet they went through so much together. But it's just honesty and trust, which I feel like they would have probably said to me, which is something that I definitely wanna like have 100%. I used to go to M&S with her a lot, and then like me and like my mom would like eat food, and it was honestly like so amazing because she was always in the house. They were always in the house. I don't think I actually ever saw my uncle outside of the house. I couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe it when he died. And then I think the only time when I did start crying was when I read out a speech during the funeral because my mom told me to like that I was gonna like write something. I think I was 8 or 9 at the time. Like I'm not surprised. Like I care. I loved him so much. So I just started. I remember I started reading it, then I just started like bursting into tears, and I just walked off. I just walked off in like tears because I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish what I was gonna say. It's not fair. Like it wasn't fair, man. It wasn't fair. And I wish even in like even if I see them in my dream or something, because you know when you haven't seen someone for so long, or like someone dies, you haven't seen anyone for so long, and like you start forgetting what they look like and like their voice and what they sound like, and you miss that voice because you love that voice so much. That's what it's like. That's what it's like with all of it, with all of them. And I missed that. I missed that so much, and I missed them. They were two like biggest people, and I think that's why like I am the way I am, or like why I'm trying to like aspire to be like them, because honestly, like amazing, honestly. I literally have a if it wasn't for this picture that I have right now, I literally just grabbed it and I'm looking at it right now. If it wasn't for this picture I had right now, like I would have honestly forgot what they look like. They never had no like kids or anything. And the photo that I'm looking at right now is the one where like they're like together, and then there's like little old me. I'm like 2 months. I'm in my cradle looking confused. I look like a doofus. They weren't even biologically related, but I've never that never came up in conversation. They treated me like I was their son. Like it was so crazy to me. Like how how much like someone could be like loved and appreciated, you know what I mean? And not even be like related to you. Like I couldn't even comprehend of stuff like this. That's why it is important to tell people how you feel and show them, especially when it comes to love. Because of my experience and my memories, I know that they loved me. And I hope you can take from this, you can message, say, like call, text the person that like you you just haven't spoken to in ages, and just be like, we should like hang out, we should do something, or just let them know that like, oh, I care about you, and like, just let people know like how you feel, like you love them, or like you miss them. Because there was this one person at work, I don't even know if you watch these videos, crazy Fudge, man. And like I haven't seen him since we like relocated. And I actually texted him off. I was like, bro, like I missed you so much. It's been like ages since I seen you. And he was like, yeah, it's a mutual feeling, bro. I would have never known that if I didn't text first. And that's crazy. It's the second time I'm seeing it now. I love that guy to death. People are not like honest with how they're feeling. And I don't know. I feel like times have changed so quickly, so fast that like it's normal for connection to not be genuine in person anymore. And yeah, if I want you to take anything from this video, I want it to be to let people know how you feel. Tell that person that you love them, because the worst thing is just letting someone know that they're not wanted or loved or appreciated and not want to be around. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I know, even Spider-Man agrees. That's all I gotta say. That video was deep. This was I think this video was way better than the previous one. But yeah, just before you know it, like you could be gone. You could be gone. I could be gone tomorrow, next week, next year. I might not even see my birthday. I might have had my last birthday and might not even know it. I might have even had my last Christmas and not even know it. And to know, yeah, I know Spider-Man. I know, crazy. And to know that like that could be it. It's important to make the most out of things and to let people know you know, like how you feel. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Love you guys. Thank you for listening to me yap as usual. And yeah, expect videos soon. I think the Astro Bot video should be out by the time this has come out. And yeah, Astro Boy is coming, Stray is coming, Gears of War is coming. And yeah, my goal to reaching 10,000. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. We'll speak soon as always. Much love to you. Deuces.